It's easy to feel overwhelmed by stories of pollution, habitat loss, and declining wildlife in our oceans. But today on World Oceans Day, I want to celebrate something different: hope. Around the world, people are restoring damaged marine habitats, bringing back lost species, and helping nature recover. Two of those inspiring stories are happening right here on my doorstep. The Solent Seagrass Restoration Project forms part of the wider Solent Seagrass Project, which aims to restore and reconnect seagrass meadows, oyster reefs, salt marshes, and seabird nesting sites across the Solent. Seagrass is one of the world's most important marine habitats, yet these underwater meadows are disappearing rapidly, with a football field-sized area lost every 30 minutes. Despite covering just 0.1% of the ocean floor, seagrass stores up to 18% of the ocean's carbon, improves water quality, and provides vital habitats for countless marine species. Many commercially important fish and shellfish species depend on seagrass meadows as nursery grounds, making these habitats essential for fisheries and coastal communities. They also support iconic wildlife such as seahorses, turtles, manatees, and dugongs. Closer to my home, Brent geese, one of my favourite birds, overwinter in the Solent and rely on seagrass as an important food source. For a few years now, in the summer, volunteers collect seagrass seeds from sites around the Solent. The seeds are carefully stored over winter in cold, hypersaline water before being replanted the following spring. This year, following a bumper seed harvest, more than 195,000 seeds were replanted, 3.5 times more than last year. It was a huge team effort, with volunteers contributing more than 1,300 hours of their time. The River Hamble provides a particularly inspiring example of what can be achieved. Seagrass once grew throughout the estuary, from Southampton Water as far upstream as Bursledon. However, after a devastating outbreak of wasting disease in the 1930s, the habitat was largely wiped out. Surveys conducted in 2011 and again in 2023 found no seagrass at all. Then in April 2025, more than 2,000 seeds were planted in a carefully selected area of the estuary. Just weeks later, surveys revealed the exciting news that seagrass plants were growing, flowering, and producing new seeds. For the first time in almost a century, seagrass was once again growing in the River Hamble. It was a fantastic result, and one that keeps both staff and volunteers motivated, especially on those 5 a.m. starts. Another inspiring success story comes from the Sussex coast, where efforts are underway to restore one of the UK's most important marine habitats, kelp forests. Often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, kelp forests are formed by large brown seaweeds that can grow several metres tall, creating rich underwater habitats that support an extraordinary diversity of life. They provide food, shelter, and nursery grounds for species including sea bass, black sea bream, lobsters, crabs, and cuttlefish. Kelp forests also help store carbon, improve water quality, and reduce coastal erosion by absorbing wave energy before it reaches the shore. Historically, extensive kelp forests stretched along much of the Sussex coastline, supporting thriving ecosystems and productive fisheries. However, these habitats suffered a dramatic decline over recent decades. Scientists estimated that around 96% of Sussex kelp forests were lost due to a combination of severe storm damage, including the Great Storm of 1987, and years of bottom trawling that disturbed the seabed. Recognising the importance of these underwater forests, conservation organisations, researchers, fishers and local communities came together to launch the Sussex Kelp Recovery Project. What makes this project particularly fascinating is that it does not involve replanting kelp. Instead, the focus has been on removing the pressures that prevent kelp from recovering naturally. In 2021, bottom trawling was banned across more than 300 square kilometres of Sussex nearshore waters. By protecting the seabed, conservationists hoped nature would begin to heal itself. Early signs suggest that approach is working. Surveys have recorded increases in biodiversity, expanding mussel beds, and growing numbers of fish, lobsters, brown crabs, and other marine life. While the vast kelp forests of the past will take time to return, the ecosystem is already showing encouraging signs of recovery. These are two very different approaches to restoration, yet both demonstrate that, with the right protection, careful management, and community support, even heavily degraded marine ecosystems can recover and thrive. Around the world, dedicated people are working tirelessly to restore damaged habitats and rebuild wildlife populations, from breeding and releasing leopard sharks into the wild to restoring coral reefs, seagrass meadows, oyster reefs, and other vital marine ecosystems. So as we celebrate World Oceans Day, I feel hopeful. With so many passionate individuals, communities, scientists, and conservationists championing our oceans and actively restoring these precious habitats, we have the opportunity to turn the tide on environmental decline and help marine life flourish once again. Together, we can create a future where healthy, vibrant oceans continue to inspire and sustain generations to come. If you have enjoyed this video, then please like, subscribe, and share with your like-minded friends.